And also, to do with the aerial spraying that's going on big time, one of the aircraft you've seen very often doing this is and I saw one again just on Friday there, is a pure white aircraft, with two big engines on it, no markings, and just laying on the chemtrails big time. And this ties in with this article that it's from 2016, August the 3rd. What was that mysterious white plane flying in and out of Syracuse Airport? Well, they identify this as an American military one. It can be used for refueling in the air. It can be used for many purposes, but if there's tankers in it already, it means these are the ones I think that they're using heavily for the spraying, and it makes perfect sense. Pure white again, and it says that it's a 757 C-32. It is a specially configured version of the Boeing 757-200 commercial airliner, and it's usually used to transport government leaders to locations around the world, according to the Air Force. And it says one version, designated the C-32B, reportedly has in-flight refueling capability and is painted white with minimal markings to keep a low profile while flying to foreign destinations. So it makes you wonder, but I have seen these myself, and you can really get them with a good lens, or you can see them through binoculars, these particular aircraft, and they're white that I can make out. Can't see any markings, although they're very high up indeed, but there's no markings or colour. They're pure white as far as I can see, and they're going at it all the time, pretty well daily. And I noticed too, they're back to the early 2000 spraying types they were giving, where they start off with big white trails and they spread into the sky if it's sunny, and you end up with this kind of bluish, whitish mush in the sky, not quite totally overcast, but they did bring on the rain over Saturday and into today, Sunday, with all the heavy spraying that's going on. It's child's play, it's routine nowadays. And of course, we're not supposed to know about it. This article here is about spraying. It says US scientists are set to send aerosol injections 20 kilometers up into the Earth's atmosphere or stratosphere in the world's biggest solar geoengineering program to date to study the potential of a future tech fix for global warming. I read this again a few weeks ago because it ties in with what we're talking about here today too. And again, this is all to do as if they were going to one day have to step in and save us all, when they've been doing it steadily since 1998, pretty well daily. And this little testing area just for Harvard alone, University, is $20 million, and it will launch within weeks and aims to establish whether the technology can safely simulate the atmospheric cooling effects of a volcanic eruption. If a last-ditch bid to halt climate change is one day needed. What a lot of nonsense, eh? But again, most of it, it's not for the general public to understand or know about, in fact. They really hate the fact that you notice them. And if you didn't notice them, if some of us didn't notice them at all, then you wouldn't hear about this at all. It wouldn't be mentioned anywhere. Because we're run by secrecy. As we prattle on about democracy, etc., we're run in total secrecy. That's the truth. That's the reality of things. We're peasants, remember, and there's no need to know in it for the peasant class. Just play yourself with all your electronic gizmos and be happy. That's what they tell you. Yep. And also, I'm going to put up a PDF to do with Forum on U.S. Solar Geoengineering Research, conference center at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, again, non-profit foundation. And what they've got there about it as well. In this PDF, you'll see lots of the names involved who are milking the cash cow for geoengineering in the academic field, who will all be totally for it, who will all believe, oh yeah, and at least they'll preach to you about climate change, and tax you and so on, because it pays good dividends to these characters who just milk the teats dry.